Welcome to Podcast The Abridged Series, aka the most unintelligible form of comedy. It's your boy, Young Kioma, aka Professor Depper, aka New Age Shanks, aka Nick. And who are you?
I am Sean. I invented,
Cut that one out. Are you gonna make me cut something out in the first 3 fucking seconds?
No, we're leaving it in. I invented.
We're not
There's
leaving
gonna
that
be
in.
one person who's gonna be like, I get it.
No, I don't care. We're cutting that out.
You wanna just restart?
No, we already started.
Alright. Let me just redo it. Just let me redo it. And you can just cut this out.
Yeah, we're gonna rewind
Rewind.
time here. Okay, yeah.
We'll have a outtake.
Okay.
We have bloopers at the end.
Sure. You just take it from I'm Sean and I invented. Just go back.
Yes.
We're going back. Just press that rewind button.
Killer Queen 第3の爆弾バイツァーダスト
And I'm Sean, and I invented the term hard as fuck.
You are the least hard person I know. Pause. So
Well, so now you have to decide hard as fuck.
God damn it, Sean. We're keeping that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. All right.
Demonetized.
God damn it, Sean.
Demonetized right from the start, boy.
Demonetized with the first episode that'll probably be like uploaded to YouTube on a weekly schedule. Cause the other ones I'm gonna upload like all at once.
Well, here's what we do, okay? So we be normal citizens for like the first 10 minutes to trick the ad users, and then just go us.
Well, it's too late for that. It's not.
Too late.
We haven't been normal in the first 10 minutes.
We haven't even got to the sponsor, Nick. Haven't even got there yet.
You're the one who's ruining your chances of a. All right.
Alright.
Go ahead. Go continue with your fake fucking sponsor. Just go.
Are we still recording?
Yes, that's why I said fucking go. Just go with your fake sponsor. Go.
Okay, so last time, well, you know what? I was gonna say last time getting sponsored by Letter K was a fucking disaster, but apparently, I guess letters aren't the disaster right now. But so we're switching it up a little bit today. Today we're gonna be sponsored by the number 2, and it's a perfect episode to sponsor number 2. Because this is episode 4, and it takes 2 to make 4, and there's 2 of us. Sponsored by the number 2.
I'm gonna fucking
You
punch
okay?
Sean in the mouth. Oh god.
You know what they say? It takes 2 to tango.
You know what they say? It takes 2 hands to run someone's shit.
So hold on.
So hold on.
No, we're still going.
Yes.
Okay. So breaking news.
Oh, breaking news
I'm
alert!
seeing
Breaking
a
news.
movie tomorrow. Breaking news! I'm seeing a movie tomorrow at 12:45.
Okay, what movie?
That's what. Glass. And don't tell me how it is. I know the movie is shit, but we're going to go see it anyway because we had plans to see it before I found out it was shit.
It's too late to redeem it. It's too late to like turn it in for tickets at the arcade machine.
Well, I wanted to see the new Lego movie, but the problem is that the new Lego movie just came out the weekend that we're recording this. So it's like we're gonna wait until there's not as much people going to the theater to see that movie.
I get that. That's fair.
Yeah.
Um. So
But anyway, uh, we should talk about the news. Breaking news is over.
breaking
Now we're
news
talking
is
about
over. It's
news
just
news.
news now. So
Yeah, it's just
Jump
news.
Force has said that they've
Yes.
finalized their roster. That's some news for you. Apparently, Dio and Jotaro were the
Uh,
last two. Man,
what
what a
a
good
good way to
roster.
end. What a good way
Let's
to.
talk about them having
Yeah.
less characters and less representation of all around Shonen Jump series than J Stars.
Okay, so I think they have two more characters.
No, they have two more playable
Uh,
characters,
yeah,
but they have less representation all around.
yeah, they have less representation. There's only like one gag character.
No
Um,
Gintoki.
no Gentoki, which we already bitched
Yeah,
about.
no
Um,
Gintoki.
they they made the weird decision to have Kinshiro from Fist and North Star, but not Rao, which makes no sense because Rao is always represented with Kinshiro.
Yeah, it's true. I also expected more
Um,
Joestars, to be honest. I mean, I understand having Jotaro, but usually you get Jonathan and Jotaro, so that's really weird.
yeah, just wait for that DLC pack, boys.
They're gonna do the same stupid shit with DLC that Cross Tag does. By the way, anybody who plays Cross Tag, I'm sorry, that game is not good.
Um, get ready for Videl to be into the game, and then everyone being excited and then disappointed.
No, she's actually really good in fighters.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
really?
actually good.
Okay. Well, I've been. Okay. Then get ready to see base form Go. Oh wait, base form Goku's already in there.
Yeah, but he's low tier.
Get ready to see some Bayonetta in there, and then everyone only using
That's
her.
not no
Here we go.
no.
Got
Remember,
him.
Bayonetta was busted in her game
Yeah.
in Smash.
Bayonetta is busted in every season.
Bayonetta was busted in Smash, not Smash Ultimate, but Smash 4.
So, I so with this roster though, I have a feeling why they went with this roster.
And what would that be?
They'll play it safe for the American audience.
That's fair, except they are missing some shows that were really big to the Western audience as well.
Yeah,
They're
but we're
missing
talking about
Assassination
modern day.
Classroom. They're missing
Yeah,
multiple My Hero characters. They only got one. They're missing Black Clover characters. They've only got one.
well, only 5 people care about Black Clover.
No, that's a damn lie. That show is fucking huge.
I couldn't get into it.
I like it. I like it.
I I did give it a chance though.
That's fair.
You can't
I
bullshit
like
on
it.
me.
I won't say it's like a pinnacle of writing or anything, but you go for the characters, you stay for the characters. You aren't getting plot from that show. If you're there for the plot, you're there for the wrong reason. You're there for cool powers and good characters, good character writing. That's all it is.
Now, well, my sort of I can't talk. My entire problem with it has to do with a big discussion that I do want to have in the future. It's not going to be in this episode. Fuck this episode. Number two, boys. But it has to do with the big three, or what used to be the big three,
Mm,
and the shit that came with it and after it. And
yeah.
Black Clover sort of fits into that whole entire thing on like.
Well, I
Why,
mean that's because Black Clover is one of the new big three, though.
yeah, but we also have the Promised Neverland, and
Promise
that's
Neverland is not one of the big three. That show was not that big,
it's
dog.
not. It's not one of the big three. I haven't watched the anime version, but from what I've seen from the manga, it doesn't really seem anything that that's based off of the big three.
Hmm. Because if you're talking big three right now, you're talking My Hero, New Age Dragon Ball. You're talking Black Clover, New Age Naruto, and you're talking what's it fucking called? Oh, and One Piece is still there. One Piece is One Piece. That
Yeah.
shit stays.
One Piece is never going away.
One Piece will go away in like 3 years.
In 3 years, dude, I'll be dead by that time.
I doubt that.
You want me to prove you wrong, Nick?
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. Where's the toaster and where's the bathtub? I'll prove you wrong right now.
Fucker, try me again. See what happens.
I might as well just finish my life before I find out who the DLC for Jump Force is gonna be, and then I'd be like, why are they just DLC? Why
Shout out
them?
Madara. Shout out Obito.
I wasn't
Shout out.
okay. I'm gonna be honest here. I wasn't really expecting Obito to be in there, but I was expecting Madara.
I was expecting Madara, but I can see them making Obito DLC because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Like I
Hey,
expected him
it-
to be DLC from the beginning. Like I expected him to be like the first DLC,
They instead got Gara.
which isn't bad. I fuck with Gara.
Hey, I really like Gara.
Yeah. Like there's potential, but they just keep on wasting it. Every time they do some kind of like celebration of Jump with a game, they ruin it.
Yeah. Well, Jump Ultimate Stars on DS.
Yeah, but that game got so overshadowed that they never made another game like it because they thought it was bad because it didn't sell well.
Well, you know what? If they brought it over to America, they wouldn't have.
That's
any-
true. They didn't bring it to the West. That is true. Jump Ultimate
Yeah.
Stars is fire though.
I rebeat that game like every 6 months.
Really? Is that like
Yeah.
is it like a traditional game for you? Like something you pick up?
No. I just find a Shonen Jump game that I'm not happy with, and I was like, why can't it be like Jump Ultimate Stars?
And then
when I
you'll play
played
Jump Ultimate Stars. Are you gonna start playing
Yeah.
Jump Ultimate Stars after this recording?
No, I still got a shitty Shonen game to beat,
Oh yeah, Grand Adventure.
and then I'll play Jump Ultimate
Got
Stars,
you.
where I tell myself I'm gonna make a team that I'm never used to, and then I make a team using Saint Seiya and a team using Bobobo characters. Because the
I
Bobobo
see.
characters, the Bobobo characters in that game are the most broken characters in the game.
Really?
Yeah. However, to be fair, to get them, like to get Don Patch final thing, you have to get a character, and the only way you can get them is by doing a mission where you spend 5 minutes not getting hit.
Mm.
So
That's fair.
yeah, but for the best unit in the game, it's worth it.
Yeah. I can see
It's
that.
worth it until I get pissed off and wish that my emulator was the actual thing so I can fucking break it.
Well, shit.
Welcome to the Anger Management Podcast.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, why are you so angry? Because I suck at everything.
No. I'm supposed to be the therapist in this situation. So, Sean, why are you so angry?
Because I suck at everything.
Alright. Have you tried to consider why?
Why do I suck at everything?
Yes.
So when I was like 6 years old, I had prodigy hands, and I was a genius.
Uh-huh.
And then I accidentally rubbed a magic lamp, and a genie came out, and I thought it'd be so fucking funny to wish those things away, and now we're here.
Now, have you considered why did you do that?
Because it was funny.
Well, there's your problem.
I have a cruel sense of humor.
No,
I'm just fucking stupid.
you were dumb enough to get played by a genie.
Hey, you know what? I grew up on Robin Williams' Genie, and
Ah.
he was a nice guy.
But there's your problem. He tricked you. You're a fool. That's your problem.
call
You're a
me-
fucking
I'm a fool. Yeah. In the end, we're all fools.
Well, there's your problem. You're not the philosophical guy. You're the funny guy.
Yes.
Which
I
is
think
why you
we're all-
didn't consider that until after you got played.
Does it take a genius to mention that we might be off topic?
don't care, dog. After the mess that was the podcast with Justin, we can't
How-
possibly get worse.
How
Shout out
bottom of the
Justin.
barrel?
That's the guy. I like Justin. That's my guy. That's my friend.
How bottom of the barrel can we get?
What do you mean?
How far can we get through the shit show? And so far, we're getting pretty far.
I have no clue how we got to your anger problems. You don't even have anger problems like that.
I'm so angry.
You just start screaming at people on the street. He just he just goes outside. He's like, "Oh, what a wonderful day." Somebody walks past him and he looks at him and he goes, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
I'm out there
They-
punching a tree. Neighbors are like, "What's going on?" It was like, I even suck at Minecraft. I gotta redeem it.
Oh shit. Man. Jump Force, by the
point-
way.
We're getting to what we're trying to say is we're not very happy with what we got with the Jump Force roster.
In fact, we
kind
are angry.
of to be fair, like Nick has known ever since a lot of the roster has been chosen that I've been a little bit pissy on it. But to be fair, we're talking about fighting games here, and roster means everything in a fight.
That's fair.
Like one reason why people didn't like Street Fighter V was because of the characters.
Was that the reason you didn't like it? Besides the fact that it was mechanically bad?
Well, I never played it. I kind of looked at the roster and I was like, why is it so small compared to the last Street Fighter game that we got? And then
Shout out
then
to
I think about-
half of the staples of the series not being in the game and not being added until DLC that came out like last year. So
yeah, like with
also,
Street-
have you thought? My bad for cutting you off, but have you thought about the fact that Have you thought about the fact that anytime Street Fighter characters have appeared in another game that isn't Street Fighter ever since 4, those games have done those characters better than Street Fighter has?
Yeah,
Like Ryu and Ken in Smash being so good, and them in their game being like eh.
like
Or Akuma and Tekken.
yeah. Hey, I hope that Tekken Street Fighter crossover with the mechanics of Tekken comes out because
That'd be sick.
Well, I've been hearing like the reason why, like one of the main reasons why they put Akuma in Tekken was because they ever since Street Fighter Cross Tekkens came out, Namco wanted to do their version of it, but use more of Tekken mechanics than Street Fighter mechanics. And
Capcom would never allow that. They're greedy as shit.
and well, it's gone through development hell, but they still have plans to make it. At least that's what at least rumors say, quote unquote, is that they still have plans to make it, to finish it. But
Hmm.
I hope it comes out,
I got
and
you.
I hope it's better than Street Fighter V, because then maybe Capcom will get off their shit and start making good fighting games. Because it's starting to blow my mind that Capcom's been fucking up on fighting games.
Yeah, they really have. They've been dropping it on
They
fighting
got-
games.
They got 2 strikes so far. They got a strike for Street Fighter V, and they got a strike for the newest Marvel vs. Marvel.
Which I don't
yeah,
understand how
Marvel-
you fuck up Marvel vs. Capcom that bad when Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is one of the greatest fighting games of all time.
I
So-
think 2 is better.
I think 2 is really good. I really fuck with 2, but I think 3 is one of like the best games I've ever played. So, but I also live in Georgia, so that also says a lot.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I
Shout out every fighting game player in Atlanta telling you that they started up in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, by the way.
yeah, like I personally prefer 2. I know some people prefer 1, which I don't know how they prefer one, but I
I
prefer
couldn't
two.
see that.
There's a couple people that like one the best. Good on them, but I think mechanically, like two is like melee to the Marvel vs. Capcom game,
Okay, I can
and
see that. That's a fair assessment.
Infinite is definitely Brawl, even though I like Brawl.
Yeah, and don't like Infinite.
Yeah,
It's looked at the
my
same.
the meme that describes Infinite the most was the when Dragon Ball Fighters came out, and it was when Dragon Ball Fighters came out, there was literally no one on the servers of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and well,
Yeah. The
and there was
best explanation for what happened when Infinite came out was the Mighty Keith video on it. The fucking
yeah,
like all the fighting games meeting together, and he's like, who could possibly replace me? A franchise with beloved characters and 3-on-3 battles that nobody can get anywhere else. And then flashy supers. Where else are people gonna get that? And then Fighters walks in and he's like, "Hey guys," and they just look at each other. The
yeah.
video's a
It's like
fucking classic.
the meme I was gonna bring up where it's Goku and Vegeta, and Goku was like, "Let's go somewhere empty," and it's the logo for
Yeah, that's
Marvel.
a classic too. Let's go somewhere empty, and they're fucking on the logo for fucking
Yeah.
Infinite.
So
Yo,
You wanna learn how to do a fucking Infinite? You think that's why they called it Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite? Because of that video?
Marvel versus Marvel versus Capcom 3 was more infinite than Marvel versus Capcom Infinite because you could do infinite combos in 3.
You could also do infinite combos in 2. Shout out to
Yeah,
the
but the
original.
Ross.
You want to do a fucking Infinite video?
Yeah, but 3 was good.
That's true. You you want to learn how to do a fucking Infinite?
Captain America didn't look like a Lego.
In 3?
In Infinite, he looked like a lot of the Marvel characters look like they could be like Legos. They got like squared shoulders. Their legs don't move correctly. Spider-Man is still good.
That's because he's Spider-Man. You can't really fuck up Spider-Man.
I was talking about I was talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Spoilers for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I think. I guess. I don't know. But I was talking about tragedies and superheroes, and I went and says, and I made a comment. I was like, I'm so glad that in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, you didn't get to see Uncle Ben get murdered 6 times. Because there's 6 Spider-Mans in the movie. That would be so bad and hilarious at the same time. Every
Shout out
Spider-Man's
to shout out to the whole what is it? You're the reason we have to see Batman's parents die at the beginning of every movie because you don't understand the concept of
Yeah.
sequels.
Yeah. That would just be funny. It's like there's the good Peter, there's the Peter Parker who got everything. He was like, yeah, my uncle got shot. And then there's sweatpants Peter Parker. It's like my uncle got shot. There's Spider Pork. My uncle got shot. There's Super Kawaii Girl. My uncle got shot. Spider-Man Noir. Everyone he knows got shot. Um, Miles Morales, not Uncle Ben, but his uncle did die.
That's true. Shout out
It's
Noir
order to become-
Spider-Man. He's sick.
and voiced by Nicolas Cage, which gets extra
That is true.
points. But like, I wish I could be Spider-Man, but I don't think I would want a loved one to be murdered just so that I can be Spider-Man.
Do you get to choose which one?
No.
Is it gotta be the uncle every time?
So well, Gwen Stacy, it was Peter Parker who got murdered, and that's why she became Spider-Man. Because every Spider-Man's got to learn about great power comes with great responsibility. But like, can I get like into a car crash instead? And I was like, wow, this power I have. must be responsible.
I really could have used that car. If only I'd used my powers to save it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or I
your
do
mask rips in the middle of a fight. You're just like, oh shit.
Or I like find like like I help an old lady cross the street and then I find like $20. I'm like, wow, great power does.
Yeah, great power comes great responsibility. If I do good things happen back.
It's like it's like I'm referencing My Name is Earl. Earl could be Spider-Man.
And there it is. Jesus. I'm never gonna get over that tweet though. You're the reason we see Batman's parents die every movie. Cause you don't understand the concept of sequels. That tweet's so fucking good.
And then there was my comment. Oh no, I'm pretty sure my comment was a Spider-Man comment. About Uncle Ben getting shot. Because I definitely commented on that.
I think.
Hold on, how?
You said that's like saying Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3 are bad because you have to watch the past movies to understand what's going on. And if you pick up a game knowing full well that there are games that take place before it and yet haven't played them, there's no reason to bitch.
Yeah. And then I had an argument with myself today. Did you see that?
Hold up. Let's see.
I'm keeping it real.
The Riddler. KH is like a meme with his plot that is kind of even more dumb to justify yourself. Oh, yeah, you started talking to the Riddler. I remember that. The Riddler is, if you don't know, that's Sean's twin brother. The Riddler from Batman.
Yeah. It's connected because Batman's parents died.
Wait. You didn't tell me about. I didn't see these messages earlier. Just gotta come and say it. KH Recode with no argument is the best KH game to exist. Facts.
And,
what the hell?
And then immediately people started getting okay, maybe we should get a little bit back.
Hey Riddler, how does it feel to be that fucking wrong? Does it hurt? Are you kept awake at night knowing that your opinions are this bad? Recoded sucks. KH3 is the best. This guy. I don't like that guy. What the fuck? Whoa, man, gotta respect each other's opinions. To be clear, I am joking. However, I hard disagree. I assumed XD. We should have a chat for talking shit on each other. I like Deckham. I forgot about him. That sounds like it can only be a good idea. Big oof. I said with no argument, it's the best game.
Which I don't know how, but it's the perfect segue into our next topic.
Sean, I'm up, guys. The Riddler. I'm up too. The Riddler. At Sean, go fuck yourself. Sean, oh yeah, at the Riddler? How about you go fuck yourself, dipshit? Says hi to his friends. You guys want a VC? Alright, just don't let the Riddler figure out we're gonna VC. VC, can I join too? No, at the Riddler, what you can do is fuck off! Riddle me this. What is 4 letters long and acts like a major cunt? Oh, that's it. I'm going to kick your ass. I think he left for now. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good bit. But yeah, that does lead into our next topic. Fucking Kingdom Hearts. Let's talk about Leffen. Let's talk about Leffen and
is it weapon or 11?
I think it's 7.
7? Well, we're sponsored by the number 2. We can't be saying that.
I mean, it's Leffen, actually.
Okay.
Leaveney? The Pokemon?
Wailord.
Anyways, Leffen was bitching about KH3 on Twitter, you know, as he does, whatever. And he brings up that he doesn't like it because nothing makes sense. And people were talking about how, you know, you can't expect to go into a game in the middle of a plot line and
Mhm.
not expect to understand it without playing the previous ones. And that got me really thinking about like exactly how dumb it is to go into something that's like a sequel and expect to understand shit that's been going on since before.
Um, well, on top of that, like I don't think nowadays people can really bitch about, hey, like you can't. It was like I didn't know any of this shit beforehand, so it's a bad game because it expects you to know that shit beforehand. But like at the same time, we live in an age where there's a thing called YouTube, and literally like every day for like a week when the game was coming out, I kept seeing a new video of someone doing their version
Yeah,
of explaining
right.
the KH file. It's like there's plenty of fucking videos that will tell you everything you need to know
And he was
before you
talking
go into
about
the
it as
game.
if 3 took its plot seriously, which there's some seriousness to it, but it takes itself pretty jokingly and lighthearted for the most part.
It,
Like
and at the,
KH Lur's
because
always done that.
and to be fair, the plot is a meme anyway. Like even if you did get the story, you'd still be fucking confused on what's going on.
Yeah, because they don't like take it super seriously, right? They're cool and
Yeah,
you
and
taking it seriously is
it's
the fault of you, not the fault of
yeah,
the writers.
like there's serious stuff that happens into it,
Yeah, and
but
I fuck with the lore actually, but that's
yeah,
because I can acknowledge that it's not like super like serious about itself.
the it's and like at the same time we're talking about a fucking game with Disney characters and Final Fantasy characters fighting together. It's like right there. Why are you gonna take that seriously to begin with?
Exactly. Like they know how ridiculous it is. Why
Yeah.
don't you? Right?
This is
Which
this is why we don't this is why we don't let monster designers write stories.
is true. Which no disrespect to Leffen. I fuck with Leffen, he's cool, but like he brought up a topic that I think is genuinely stupid. Like he's a very smart guy, but I just don't know if he knows that what he's doing is not smart.
I guess he can bring up the counter argument. It was like, well, what about Final Fantasy? That's made by the same company, and every game is its own game. Most of the games are, unless you count like 10-2 or shit like that. But it's
Yeah.
like but it's like at the same time, it's like, well, if you knew about the series beforehand, then you would obviously know that all the plot is together to begin with. You just don't randomly be like, oh, this is a popular game. I'm gonna get it,
Yeah,
not
it's
knowing
like
full well.
they're in the same universe. There's shit going on.
Yeah,
Like kind of like the Mother games. Mother 1, 2 and 3,
yeah,
Earthbound and shit. Like
yeah.
it's like they aren't necessarily related through the same plot, but they have a lot of the same things in common and they are in the same world. So a lot of the shit that happened in the past affects what's happening in the next game.
Especially with Mother 2 and 3, because
Yes.
3
Actually,
3 is main
especially with
villain.
you wouldn't think, but Mother 1 actually has a lot of overbearing on the plot cuz because of what Gygas is and his backstory
Yeah,
in Mother 1 and
yeah,
how he relates to Earthbound.
yeah,
And the whole Magicant being like a figment of the imagination of the psychics or whatever. Like
yeah.
there's a lot of shit that adds up through all the games.
Which which brings up to a point I was making with this entire thing, was that the only Mother game that I've actually played, well, I kind of played Earthbound, but the only real one that I played was Mother 3. And the thing is that before I went into Mother 3, I wanted to get at least a little bit knowledge on it, so I don't
Okay.
feel like a complete dumb fuck while playing the
Mhm.
game. And I figured some shit out about the previous games and crap like that. And then when I played Mother 3, there would be some shit that I wouldn't
You cannot
understand because
disagree. Mother 3 has to be one of the best games you've ever played.
I didn't beat it, But
I
I
know it's one
really
of the best
enjoyed
games
it.
I've ever played. Most people agree. If they play, people who have played Mother 3 will all agree it's one of. It isn't the best game they've ever played, but it's always one of the best games they've ever played.
It is the best RPG that I haven't beaten yet. That's not Dragon Quest 8.
That's not Dragon Quest. I was about to say I know you like
Dragon
Dragon
Quest.
Quest.
That's not Dragon Quest 8. I'm
Mm.
getting there to beat Dragon Quest 8, and Dragon Quest 8 is slowly becoming one of my favorite games.
See, that's my problem with
And
getting into Dragon Quest. I'd have to play it from the beginning because I actually I play game like I force myself to play shit and watch shit chronologically. Like
yeah,
I can't say I had no previous knowledge of Kingdom Hearts. I would not be able to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I would have to go straight to 1 and continue from there.
well,
Or
the good thing is that the first two Dragon Quest games, they do not take that long to beat. Dragon Quest 1, if you know what you're doing, you could probably beat it in a couple hours.
I know that I intend on playing through Dragon Quest at some point, but I don't know if I'm gonna play through the SMT games first or if I'm gonna play through the Dragon Quest games first.
Yeah.
SMT being Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh,
I'm starting
gosh.
from the first Persona game, which I haven't played in a while, but it's
Which is
really
much,
good. I like it a
which
lot.
is now accessible if you get the PlayStation Classic because everyone got that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. No, here's my thing. Here's my thing about the PlayStation Classic. You can bitch on it all you want, but getting the PlayStation Classic is about the same price to get a copy of Persona 1, and you're getting extra games onto it. So it's
That's
like,
true.
what's the benefit? There's my argument on why they get the PlayStation Classic.
You know that is a weak ass argument, but it's fair.
It's
That
it's
is
a weak
fair.
ass it's a weak ass argument, but I bet that could convince like 2 people.
That's fair. No, I'll give you that. But no, Persona 1's good. Also, there's like a casino in the game because there's like the weird thing about Persona 1 is that it has 2 endings or 2 different storylines, and one is
Yeah.
completely unrelated to the plot at hand. And
Are you
you
going
to
when you play all the Shimigami and Persona games? Are you gonna try and go for the worst ending and just be a complete dick and everything
possibly after my first playthrough, yeah.
after your first? Because I feel like being a dick would actually make the game go much faster, but it would
I
probably
know that
make the game
Persona
much.
1, the 2 storylines, one is you're basically stuck in the school for the rest of the game instead of going and destroying the source of all the demons and stuff. You get trapped in the
Yeah.
school and have to stop the world from getting frozen over from the Snow Queen, and you have a timer, like the entire storyline. You're on a timer, and in the game, the most efficient way to get money is the casino.
Yeah,
Um, I
but
I
doing the
remember,
casino stuff takes time, right?
yeah, I remember that I really wanted to get money, so I sat down one day and I played the casino until I had max money.
Yeah.
But it actually didn't, like, it took me a while at first because I kept on losing and losing and losing. But there's one game that I found that, like, once I started that game, I didn't lose once. And I don't know if that was my luck or if that was like just the game being like, yeah, this is the easy mode to get money. But it only took me like an hour after that because I just kept winning, 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 and then got like pretty much the max amount of money afterwards. But
Damn.
I
Well,
I
you know
got
what? I wish I had that luck. I wish I had that luck in the old Pokemon games where they had casinos. I always lose on that.
I never had bad luck with the casinos in Pokemon, but I didn't really fuck with any of the games that had the casinos. So
It's like, let me win. I want a Wobbuffet. Give me a Wobbuffet. But
I mean, I'm no stranger to luck, so I wouldn't put it past me for me to have just
I
gotten
think-
dumb lucky. But I don't know.
I think what we should do is that in the future, when you actually start playing the Dragon Quest games, when you get to like 5 is one I haven't played at all. So I think it would be neat if we come up with some sort of idea where we both stream our experiences of Dragon Quest
Yeah.
5
We can go for it.
and see who can beat the game the
I
fastest.
mean, we could do I don't know. Maybe we could do a YouTube channel and
Yeah.
play through games together or something.
Yeah.
Because we did have an idea for that either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that
And
would be on the podcast channel or if that would be on another channel though.
yeah.
Because I
Like
oh we still gotta play that one game. Remember?
the one that when we tried to record it, I somehow managed to crash the entire thing.
That one and the other one where we got like 15% through the game, and you ended up having to go for like a while.
What was that?
That was a
You see,
mystery dungeon.
Mr. Oh yeah, that's right. Well, to be fair, that needed to be restarted anyway because we had such a hard time trying to get anywhere in that game.
It's because we were dumb.
Yeah.
We were just fucking around the entire time.
I hope I can do Mr. Alakazam again.
I liked Alakazam. I liked
Well, Alakazam
liked-
is one of my favorites.
I liked Hood Chikorita. That was a good character.
Yeah.
I liked the
Listen-
Alakazam. Mr. Alakazam was dope.
And we had, and our starting Pokemon was a Psyduck, which you were pissed
Yeah.
because that was the one that I wanted. Maybe we'll probably do, if we do that again, we'll probably have to do Blue Mystery Dungeon just because there's more Pokemon you can choose from the start.
Yeah, that or we'll see. Cause I fuck with the mystery dungeon games.
We'll figure it out.
But we are gonna. We're basically just announcing on the podcast that we're just gonna start a channel that we play games on. We basically just announced that
In the future.
in the future. Don't know when,
Yeah.
but it is
Don't know
a
when.
plan.
Yeah. Should we get into some deaths?
Into some what?
Deaths. Dead.
What do you mean?
There's a couple things that died this week.
Oh, dude. What to start with?
We should start from what we least care about to most care about.
All right. Well, I have one I care about that you probably don't know. So I'll bring it up later.
Well, Machinima ended.
Oh yeah,
That's
rest in
sad.
peace, Machinima.
Yeah.
But at the
Now-
same time, they were holding a lot of people out of the contract, so it was only a matter of time before their like actions started costing them.
Hey, I'll keep it alive. I'll keep the 7.8 out of 10 too much water meme alive.
That's an IGN dog.
Oh, IGN did that. I
Yeah.
will keep. They I know they had that one show, Sonic for Hire. I'll keep Sonic for Hire.
Oh, rest in peace, dog. Rest in peace, Sonic for Hire. What was Dex's Phoenix Wright series? I forgot what that was
They,
called. Rest in peace, Sanity not included.
The Peter Griffin Call of Duty stuff.
Yeah.
They also had the whole entire. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was called Chief and the Arbitrator, where it was about like a Master Chief action figure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
You just awakened a memory in me I didn't know I had.
yeah. Well, you know what? I was gonna talk shit about Machinima because let's face it, in the last couple of years they weren't doing well.
Yeah, of course.
So, but now remembering all this old shit that they. when they
You're
used
just
to
like,
have-
damn, like we actually lost some shit.
Now I am sad actually. Like, at first I was like yes, and then I'm like aw.
Screw Attack.
Screw Attack is still technically alive. It's just no longer Screw Attack. It's the Death
That's
Battle channel,
That's true.
which is probably worse than Death in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's
Like I understand Death Battle is popular and and I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a big Death Battle fan. I
and
think
you
all
realize
of us.
that they don't know how power scaling works.
Well, I kind of got to the entire point where like I kind of like no longer gave a shit who was stronger, except for Batman versus Superman. But that's a completely different beef that I have. But rather than that, most of the time,
It's because we
most
know
of-
who wins every time. What are you talking about?
we're not talking about it.
But nah, it's like they don't know how power scaling works either way, so they're giving out falsified. Like they know how feats work, but they don't know how to add up feats.
It's like who would win, Flash or Quicksilver? Because you know, one's Marvel, one's DC. Their powers is that they both run really fast.
Except
And
Flash
I'm like-
wins that fight every time. Are you fucking stupid? But yeah. Yeah, no, that definitely is a fate worse than death.
Battle.
Ooh, yeah.
Fun. But
The Wii Shop channel.
and that's the saddest one. I never used the
no. There's
I never
there's
used
one
the
that
Wii Shop channel, but like I'm still kind of sad that it's dead because you know what that means.
What?
There's a Castlevania game that you can no longer play.
which one? Judgment?
It was not Judgment. It was the Castlevania Adventures remake
Oh shit, yeah.
because that was a Wii Shop exclusive, and now
On
you
the bright
can't-
side, everybody who has stuff that was exclusive to the Wii Shop now has a Wii that's worth probably hundreds of dollars in the future. So,
or an extra 10.
nah, I can some remakes I can see costing like a lot.
Selling my Wii Bay, I said Wii Bay. Selling my Wii on the eBay, $500. Contains Mario 64 Virtual Console.
Yeah, just having virtual console versions of games will be like something big now.
Yeah. Isn't the Wii U shop still open though?
Yeah, but it's not. It doesn't have a lot of the shit that the Wii U Shop had.
Yeah, and it probably takes 5 hours for a Nintendo game to download.
Yeah.
So
And then this is one you probably don't know about. Yesterday, the Japanese voice actor for Whitebeard died.
oh, I'm not even gonna make a joke about that.
Yeah, that's just legitimately sad.
That's
Because Whitebeard is like one of my favorite characters in any show, so that one hit.
I never finished that story arc, but when I heard that he was so strong that he could crack space itself, I was like, yes.
Yes. Yeah, no. Whitebeard is one of my favorite characters. He's a well-written fucking character. He, the whole end of the arc with Whitebeard and stuff. I'm not gonna go into it because spoilers. But Whitebeard's just a monster. So rest in peace, that guy.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, him. I forgot his name simply because I can't pronounce Japanese names, and I'd rather just say rest in peace, him, than
Yeah.
butcher
Now-
his name.
Should we just have a moment of silence to all of those who have passed?
One Piece は実在する
Alright.
Alright.
Damn. So, I'm trying to think. What else do we possibly have to talk about now? What else do we
Well,
possibly
let me
have?
pull up my list because I'm too lazy to actually write stuff down. Um, uh, are we gonna do Broly last? Or are we gonna do
We
something else?
can. That's up to you. You're the one who's gonna be talking about it. I still haven't seen it.
You want? Well, I was gonna talk about the entire movie.
Oh, are you doing? I mean, I don't care about spoilers. I just haven't seen it, so I can't
Uh,
elaborate. Are we
I'm gonna
doing a better
kind of
late than
do.
never on it? Let's do a better
Do
late than
you want
never.
to talk? Do you want to talk about Pennsylvania?
I don't know anything about that. Like, what even is that? What
Okay,
happened? Like,
before we get into Broly, I briefly talk about this because none of us live in Pennsylvania, but so the senator of Pennsylvania, I think it's a smart idea to put to he's trying to pass a law where M-rated games will have their own tax. So it's basically
why?
pencil. Why? I don't know. It's because I guess he just assumes like mature games only adults will buy that. So let's spend extra. So let's make them spend extra money on it, which I think is kind of
So
bullshit because you're already spending $60 on that game,
yeah, you're spending $60, and now you're spending like what, an extra five at least.
an extra six because it's going to be because I heard it's going to be like a 10% tax.
That's stupid. What the fuck?
Yeah. So
That is
and
so
then if you
dumb.
add the normal tax onto it, you're probably spending $70 now. So
Hmm. Ridiculous.
it's
That's that
I
corporate
blame
greed right there.
I blame that GameStop EB Games shit.
What GameStop you became shit?
I don't know. I just blame them.
Huh.
I had a conversation with someone, and they were like, "You know what? I want to get a job at GameStop." I'm like, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Dude, why would you do that to yourself?
I know, I know. I know goth girls work there. Um, uh,
You.
post edit, add my Discord thing because I'm too lazy to look it up.
Hey, stopping by to tell you exactly what Sean wanted me to, cause I feel like being a good person today. Usually, I'd be on my fuck Sean shit, but since I'm in the midst of editing everything anyways, I might as well. So, Sean likes giving out his Discord for no apparent reason. I don't know why. Please feel free to fucking. I don't even know. But his Discord is SeanDSU6270. Keep that in mind. The profile picture should be that of something or other. I don't fucking know. He might change it by the time this goes up, even though it's going up in like an hour or two. So what the fuck ever, dog. What the fuck ever.
But
Um,
anyway, why would you want to?
Fun fact, both of my parents actually worked at GameStop before I was born, and that's where they met.
Uh, well, okay. The one good thing to come out of GameStop,
That's
or one disappointing
yeah,
thing. We're not going to talk
yeah,
about it, but
yeah. No, I just thought that'd be a neat little fun fact, fun
yeah.
trivia fact.
Well, I bet GameStop was different back then, though.
I don't know, maybe.
Like, I don't think they
I just
were
thought that'd be a neat thing.
at, I don't think they were as much as bullshit as they are now.
Which they are
But
total bullshit.
yeah, I think GameStop would be a little bit better, just a little bit better, if they didn't force their workers to be assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Because kind of from what I hear from GameStop stories and stuff, is that if you work there, you kind of have to be an asshole, and not like in a fun way, as in like if the reason why I can't work at GameStop or something like that is that like if someone brought up a game and I know it was shit, and I knew it was going to be shit, I'll tell them don't waste your money on this, and then they'll get mad at me because it was like, well, you should just let the customer buy the game, and I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? Let them buy the game, be disappointed, come in next day and ask for a refund, just wasting their time, and then I can only give them like like 80% of their money back. It's like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
That's true. That's fair.
Instead, what I would do was that I would instead I would do, like, because I'm a nice asshole, is that I would make them buy a good game for the same price.
Yeah.
Make them make
Chaotic
them
good.
yeah, make them
Chaotic
waste
good.
the same money as you assholes were gonna do. However, they actually get to enjoy it. So
Yeah, that's a very chaotic good statement.
yeah.
Day.
Nope. I'm not
Respect
letting
that.
no one's buying Bugsy at my store. You keep that shit on the shelf. That's a reminder.
Get Bubsy out of here. That's a reminder of something
I
to
was
never get.
oh uh-huh. It stays on the shelf, or there's a sign that under it that says "Don't buy it, leave it there."
This is a monument to history.
Yeah.
It's a monument to the times.
Yeah, like and then people will ask me, why do you keep it there? And it's like it's a reminder for those who have fallen.
For those who have fallen. Oh shit, that's a good one. I like that. That's funny.
Yeah. So I guess we can I guess now we can talk about Broly. I
Okay.
guess I guess now we can talk about this movie that I wasn't really hyped for, and then watched it and went, "Damn it, it's great."
Hey, just stopping by again to let you know that these Better Late Than Never segments are kind of spoiler heavy. Broly movie's pretty recent, but he has been talking about doing this for a while now. So if you don't want to get spoiled in the Broly movie, I'd suggest just dip in. Just don't worry about that. That's pretty much the rest of the episode. So you can dip, or you can just go to whatever time I put in the description when that happens. So yeah, be careful, cause you're about to hear a lot about the Broly movie. Okay, so is it? So do I?
I feel like
Is this just? I'll just let you talk about it because I don't know anything about this movie. So
all right.
go for it.
So, welcome to another segment of Better Late Than Never, kinda. As in, I'm talking about a movie. Generally, I would make fun of the movie, regardless if it was good or not. However, I think I'm just going to talk about it more than actually make fun of it. Because I was really hoping that this movie wasn't going to be as good as it was. Because it would be a lot easier to make fun of. But it's, in my opinion, it's probably the best written. I don't know if it's my favorite Dragon Ball movie, but I think it's the best written Dragon Ball movie. Because first off, they made Broly canon, which was the reason why I wasn't really hyped for this movie. I was like, Broly? I don't care about Broly at all. And then by the end of this movie, I actually cared about Broly. They unfucked Broly in this movie. And you know how they unfucked him, Nick? They gave him character. So the movie is actually sort of into two parts. It's the first part where it takes place on planet Vegeta, and it's sort of the story of planet Vegeta getting destroyed and what happens with Broly. And so the reason why in this movie that Broly is away is because Prince Vegeta was pissed that Broly was born with a higher power level than Vegeta, and he was like, I'm not having some baby be better than my kid. So he makes up some excuse to his dad that definitely has a name that I forgot. Starts with a P. I'm gonna call him Paragus. I was gonna call him Populo, but okay. I was gonna call him a Pokemon, but Asparagus. So there's like a scene in there where like he comes in and like Vegeta is like, it was like, your son is a freak. He has a power level that could destroy all the Saiyans. And Asparagus Plant was like, hey, don't. It was like, you're just jealous that that my son is stronger than yours. And Vegeta and King Vegeta was like, well, it doesn't matter now because I already sent your son onto a desolated planet. So Asparagus ends up going to a different planet. Ends up going to this awful planet. I know it has a name. I'm awful with names. But I think it's called like Asmar or Azamar, something like that. But it's pretty much an awful planet. But then while that happens, we get introduced to Bardock, which Bardock is now 100% canon. I know in the past his character was canon, but not his story. But so this brings up to the one kind of problem that I have with this movie, and that is Bardock's character. Because it doesn't use the Bardock character we all know. It uses the Akira Toriyama Bardock, which he's alright. It's just I prefer the other Bardock. That's more of a pet peeve than an actual issue. So, but Frieza blows up the planet, and right now I'm going to tell you my favorite part about this entire movie. It was Frieza. Frieza was my favorite thing about this entire movie. Frieza had the best jokes, had the best scenes. Like when he introduces this. So like how the movie sort of opens is that King Cole. You find out that King Cole was running the planet, and he was like, I'm retiring. My son is gonna take over. By the way, my son has a little bit of an anger issue. And then Frieza comes out with power scanners. He's like, let me show you how these work. He puts it on, and he was like, ooh, I see that there's some strong power level Saiyans that hasn't shown up to see me. And then he blows them up, and he's like, here's your battle scanners. Now you know how it works. So, but that's pretty much the first part of the movie. And then the second part of the movie, it takes place shortly after the Tournament of Power. It's even mentioned, and there's like a quick screenshot of Jiren, and I'm not gonna lie, another problem I do have with the movie is Gohan is not in it at all. Not even once. They show a quick screenshot of Jiren, and Jiren has more screen time and mentioned more than Gohan. Which is stupid, but you know, the Super's kind of known for fucking up Gohan. So, but this feels weird. Nick, say something.
I mean, I'm just letting you do the Better Late Than Never did. I don't know anything about this, so I'm letting you do it.
Okay,
Good.
just make a couple ahs and ohs.
I mean, I will. I got you.
Yeah.
But my part's not gonna be heard by the
Okay.
viewers,
All right.
the listeners.
All right. So anyway, so and then very cartoon-like, Frieza ends up making his grunts steal the Dragon Balls that Bulma's been keeping in her lab, and she had 6, and they're at the Atlantic area, where the 7th one is at. The reason why the 7th one's there is because fucking Bulma is doesn't like the cold, so they end up going there, and you find out the reason why Bulma wanted the Dragon Balls was so that she could make the dragon make her 5 years younger. And there's like a joke where like Whis is asking, he's like, why don't you just go for an even 10? And then Bulma is like, well, I don't want people I don't want people to like start asking me, why do you look so young? How did you get to look so young? I just want to be 5 years younger so that it's barely noticeable. So which is a great segue because you find out why Frieza wants the Dragon Balls. And the reason why Frieza wants the Dragon Balls is so that he can wish for the dragon to make him 5 centimeters taller. Which, like, that is probably that right there is my favorite line in my favorite part of the entire movie. Where like one of his people was like, oh, you want to wish for immortality, and he was like, living forever is boring. Living forever doesn't seem fun anymore. And the dude was like, oh, so you want to wish to never take damage? And he was like, that would take the fun out of fighting. And then one of his main henchmen was like, I know the reason why you want to make yourself taller. And Frieza is like, correct. I want to make myself 5 centimeters taller. And then one of the henchmen was like, why don't you just be as tall as your second form? Or just go into your second form? He's like, I don't like that form. I want to do 5 centimeters taller so that people can think that I'm still growing. So yeah, the entire movie is overhyped. But then we meet 2 other characters from Frieza's henchmen, who are major characters to the story. I wish I would remember their names. I had them remembered yesterday. I was trying really hard to remember who all the characters' names were. But in the day, I kind of stopped trying to, but I forgot them. But there's alien chick, and then there's old alien dude, and that's what I'm gonna call them. Alien chick and old alien dude. So they're both going out to find more henchmen for Frieza, because Frieza ended up killing half of the henchmen to prove a point. I don't know if they really explained what the point was, but like he did it to prove a point. So now they're going to the edge of the galaxies.
Wait, which alien chick is it?
She's blue in the movie, and her and old alien dude are going to the edges of the universe to see if they can find anyone to join Frieza's team. And they end up going to the Waste Island where Asparagus and Broly are living at. And they ended up getting them to come back. And once Frieza sort of finds out that they're Saiyans, he was like, I could use this to my advantage, and to finally kill Goku. I wasn't planning on having this happen, to kill Goku this time, but I guess we can see how strong they really are. And then they go to Earth. The Goku and Vegeta get there on time. It's going to be 2 people fighting Broly, which is great for our sponsored by the number 2. But anyway, they get there and Frieza ends up showing up just in time. And Asparagus immediately sees Vegeta, and he wants Broly to fuck him up right now, just so that he can get his revenge for having his son get sent to a different planet.
Just fuck them up, bro.
Yeah. So Frieza, that's pretty much the rest of the movie is them fighting. But there's a lot of great moments in there. Like you get to see regular Super Saiyan God Vegeta for the first time.
In the anime.
In the anime version, I know in the manga he does it. In the anime version,
in the manga, his Super Saiyan God is actually stronger than Goku's.
Yeah. In this movie, someone talked about how I watched Team 4 Stars review of this movie just so that I can be fresh on this beforehand, and clearly I was not fresh because I don't fucking remember characters' names. But they said that they thought that Vegeta and Broly's fight was better than Goku and Vegeta's fight. I think I kind of like Goku's more, just because there's a scene where where Broly gets angry, which I'll explain Broly's powers, because Broly is unique on why he's just as strong as Goku and Vegeta. But there's a scene he gets fucking pissed and he starts wailing on Goku, and like Goku always loves to fight, which is why he kind of agreed to this anyway. Because I'm Goku. I see that you're strong. That's fine. But when Broly loses it, he grabs Goku. He starts flailing him on the floor, smashing his face against like ice boulders. And like you can see in Goku that he's no longer enjoying this at all. And there's like even a scene where like Piccolo like does like a mental communication with Goku, and he's like, "Goku, you okay?" He was like, "I'm getting my ass owned. Can you stay where you're at, by the way? Because if this next plan doesn't work, I think I have to come to you." Which is a setup for a later scene in the movie, but no, because talking about that scene sort of eventually comes up to probably my second favorite scene in the movie, but which I think you would like this because I know you're not a big fan of Frieza, at least Frieza's inclusion into Super, and there's a scene where I think you would probably be your favorite scene because it deals with, and it does deal with Frieza, but they continue fighting, and Goku eventually goes into Super Saiyan God Blue, and he starts getting the upper hand on Broly. And how Broly's powers work is very interesting. Earlier in the movie, when you get to see Broly on the island, on that planet for the first time, him as a kid, they don't understand how he was able to survive and defeat all the creatures there. But asparagus plant sort of figures out that that Broly went into grade 8 form, and that's how he was able to take out the monsters. And while Broly is getting more angry, you find out that he can use the grade 8 powers without going into grade 8. So that's how he explains why he can get so much more powerful, which I think is a very interesting concept, because that means it makes Super Saiyan 4 confirmed.
Shut the fuck up.
It makes it confirmed. That's just joke.
Fucking mouth.
That's just a joke. That's just a joke that us people who thought GT wasn't that bad like to make. But anyway. But I think it's a really interesting concept anyway. Just because I felt like because I was watching this and it's like they can go, like Goku and Vegeta can go into so many forms. There's no fucking way Broly can keep up at this point. So they found a way for him to keep up. But during this fight, there's like a scene in there where like Frieza is like, why isn't he going Super Saiyan? Can he go Super Saiyan? And Asparagus is like, well, he was like, but Super Saiyan is all a myth. He's like, been on a planet and didn't fucking find out about that Super Saiyan is a thing. So so Frieza's like thinking to himself, like, why can't he go Super Saiyan? And then he remembers the time where he blew up Krillin. And then remembering that's how Goku was able to trigger it. So like Frieza's like, I got a plan. So he turns around and he murders Asparagus. And then turns around and goes, oh no, Broly. A random key blast came and shot your father. He's now dead. And Broly hears this. And that's how you go Super Saiyan in the movie. Is because he gets so angry that his father died. Showing how evil Frieza is. And that's when Broly truly starts fucking shit up. Goku and Vegeta are both in Super Saiyan Blue and they're fighting Broly, and they can't keep up, and Broly's owning their ass in his standard Super Saiyan form. And like Goku was like, yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here. So my second favorite scene in the entire movie, and probably the scene you would like, Nick, is that right before they teleport, they're like running away from Broly, and then they run right past Frieza, and Broly immediately just starts beating the shit out of Frieza. And then Goku and Vegeta instant transmission to Piccolo to go learn the fusion. And I really and like how they do it is that Goku tells Vegeta that we gotta do the fusion dance, and Vegeta's like, I'm not doing that shit. I'd rather have the entire planet blow up before I do anything embarrassing like that. And Goku was like, what about Bulma? She would die too if we don't do something about it now. And Vegeta's like, don't be saying shit like that. You're hurting my feelings. So he eventually ends up agreeing to it, and they teach him how to do the fusion thing, and they sort of did like a fan service thing with Gotenks and Trunks learning the fusion, for like to do a skinny version of Gogeta, to do a fat version of Gogeta. And while this is going on, Frieza's getting his ass kicked, and it's about like during their time, not movie time, but their time. Frieza ends up getting his ass kicked for an entire hour by Broly. And once they finally, by the time that they fuse and come back, now that they're Gogeta, and Frieza is just on a wall, just completely fucked up. And he's like, "Who the fuck is you?" And I was like, "We're Gogeta. Yeah, you didn't know about fusion because we killed you, and you were too busy being dead." They burn Frieza. They do a good burn on Frieza, and then they go Super Saiyan Blue God, and they fuck up Broly. And one thing I didn't really mention, I talked about how they gave Broly a character, and there's a scene where right before Gogeta does the final blast, you sort of realize that Broly is going to die at that moment. And because one thing I didn't expect that I was going to feel is that for that second, I was a little bit sad that they were going to kill off Broly. Because this movie is about Broly. You learn a lot, because there's a lot of scenes that I didn't really mention, and that was Broly's character scenes and stuff like that. But Broly isn't a bad guy in the movie. He's actually, and there's even a scene where Goku stops Broly, and he's like having a legitimate talk with him, and he was like, why? He was like, we can talk this out, right? You don't really seem like a bad person. Here on Earth, we like to settle our differences with words, which is very ironic coming from Goku. But it's like an actual, like, real scene. And then when they do the final blast, it's like you see that Broly has that look where he's about to die. But then Blue Alien Chick uses the Dragon Balls and wishes Broly to be back on his planet, saving his life. And Frieza was about to fucking kill them, and then Gogeta comes over here. It was like, you ain't killing them. So
She isn't blue, she's green.
Oh, you looked her up?
Yeah.
Okay, what's her name?
Sheila.
Sheila. You could have told me that, right? You could have told me that fucking earlier.
Well, you said blue, so I thought you were talking about a different character.
Sheila. Okay, it's been a little bit, okay? But Sheila, she ends up wishing him to go back on his planet, and they end up leaving to go stay with Broly, because now they're convicts to Frieza. And at the very end, Goku comes down. Goku goes to the planet, and he tells them, he was like, you know what? Right before I fought you, I thought I've reached the peak of my power, but then you beat the shit out of me. So now I want to fight you so I can become stronger. Typical Goku shit. But at the very end, they ask, "What's his name?" And I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, Nick. But at the very end, they ask who he is, and he goes, "My name is Goku, but you can just call me Kakarot." And then he teleports out. And that's how the movie.
Oh no, I like that scene. That's like the only scene that I have prior knowledge of, actually.
Okay.
I fuck with that scene a lot.
All right. Well, and that was my very butchered version of that movie. And like I said,
That is.
because there's obviously a lot of stuff. There's even a lot of main stuff that I cut out that I didn't really even talk about. It's just I wanted to just get shit that I actually did want to talk about. I want to talk about the Frieza scenes. Because like I said, I think Frieza was my favorite part of the movie because he was just funny. He's evil.
Um, that's better late than never. I'm also gonna make sure that people know that better late than never is a very heavy, like, spoiler-y type thing
Yeah, it is.
when I edit. So.
Yeah, and I think it is better late.
Which
than
it's
never.
been that since the first one. That's not
Yeah,
anything
but it's
new.
like
But
the thing is with Better Late than because originally Better Late Than Never, this was going to be my first one. It was going to be about this, but it took me forever to actually get around to see the movie, and now I have finally.
so your first one was on the new Saint Seiya.
Was on the new Saint Seiya, which
On episode 2,
yeah,
sponsored by the number 2.
there we go. Now Nick, I'm proud of you.
There it is.
But yeah, like the thing. Speaking of that, there has I think when the new episode, which is something I want to talk about real quick, is the new Dragon Ball Super that's going to be returning in the future. I think
Yeah.
another thing that was talked about during that whole entire business meeting where it got it confirmed was the new Saint Seiya remake series that they had planned. I think that was brought up, so hopefully that can come out soon. I've been waiting ever since it got announced when it's going to come out.
What's wrong with Saint to show?
Um, it's not the Saint Seiya remake. I want to see the Saint Seiya
That's
remake.
true.
I want to see good voice. I want to see good English voice acting for Saint Seiya. I want to watch something that's accessible to the original.
I don't care what they do. Their opening's not gonna be as good as the original.
True. The least they can do is do a remix of the opening.
That'd be high. Or like during like a important fight, they play the original song or something.
As long as I get to hear it.
As long as you get to hear the da 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 da.
If that doesn't show up once in the first 3 episodes, I'll give it 3 episodes. If it doesn't show up once, not continuing it.
Even if you like it.
Even if I like it, I'm protesting. I'm future protesting.
What if it happens in episode 4?
Then you will tell me about it. Then I'll continue watching it because I know you're gonna watch it.
Oh shit.
So I don't know if it will. Well, it's gonna be kind of hard because isn't the remake gonna be on Netflix?
I don't know.
Because I think it's gonna be on Netflix, and I don't know if you have Netflix. So maybe you won't tell me. Maybe I'll just have to figure it out on my own.
You'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get an anime that has all 3 arcs intact.
Yeah. You know what? It's kind of weird because finding the OVAs in the final arc series is much easier to find than the original anime.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's true.
it is. And it was like, well, I'll just buy the manga. Have fun with that. Should have bought it a couple years ago when no one didn't give a shit.
It wasn't like $200.
And no one didn't give a shit about Saint Seiya. But now apparently people give a shit about Saint Seiya. So now there's out of print copies. It was a lot of money. But with the new Dragon Ball Super, I hope when they bring back Dragon Ball Super, they don't turn this movie into a story arc.
Yes, I agree.
I hope they don't, because then they're gonna fuck it up again. It's like they did it.
Shout out Beerus. Shout out them ruining the Beerus arc.
And no one didn't really give a shit about Resurrection of F, let's be fair. I would.
Yeah, Resurrection of F wasn't that good.
The movie was okay.
It wasn't bad,
Yeah.
but like, it just didn't. It's not that interesting. Like, it had a lot of good Vegeta scenes.
It had a lot of interesting moments, but at the same time, it had a lot of questionable shit to it that the anime version totally could have fixed. But they weren't. But they were like, fuck it. What Frieza was able to get as strong as Super Saiyan God Goku in 4 months. Nothing says questionable about that. Um, the ending, the ending of Resurrection of F, that was the only thing I cared about that I wanted them to fix on in the anime, and they didn't. And I was like, wow, this is so fucking stupid. And then they managed to make an even worse ending to a story arc with Goku Black. So maybe it's not as bad.
Oh my god. Can we talk about the Goku Black arc real quick? The Goku Black arc is the biggest waste of potential I've seen in a recent show.
Like there was things about it that I liked, but at other times,
Yeah, no, it was a good arc. It's just they handled it very poorly.
I think
Because they were Goku Black, dope villain, right?
yeah,
Super
I
Saiyan
like
Rose, all right, cool. I fuck with that. Zamasu, little lame, but cool villain. You know,
Yeah.
has a proper motive, not a good motive, but a proper motive.
a motive that makes sense.
You know, yeah. Merge Zamas, dope. You know, that's a cool. That was actually a really cool like thing. A whole fusion between him and Goku Black, and him knowing that would cause him problems in the future, but he risked it anyways.
Yeah.
But
There
why
was-
introduce Vegito? Why introduce Vegito if Trunks is gonna be the hero?
Yes, there are three.
Why did they retcon Vegito?
There are three main things that I wish that they could have fixed. That if I was in charge, I would fix. First one is not have it be that long of a story arc. It
Yes,
was
I feel like it was also too long. Yes.
yeah, it was just a little bit too long. Two, they should have made Vegito win, like you said,
They should have either made it Trunks or Vegito that won, not
both.
have both in the arc.
Yeah,
Like, if you're gonna make Trunks win, don't let people know that Vegito's coming back, and just introduce him in a different arc.
yeah,
Or don't have the whole Trunks enraged Super Saiyan 2 thing,
yeah.
and just let it be Vegito. Because they
Yeah.
came there to solve Trunks' problems anyway, like they do with every fucking Trunks arc.
Yeah, like having Vegito win is still better than having just Goku win. So,
Yeah.
and then and like I didn't really want Trunks to be the one to save the day anyway because like you said, they're here to save his shit, not him save the shit. There's a reason why he went back in time.
Yeah, if he could have done it himself, why do you need them?
Yeah. And then the ending. The ending was so fucking stupid because it pretty much made the entire story arc worthless. Pointless. Not worthless, but pointless. It made the entire story arc pointless. It's like, what the fuck was the point then?
Yeah, no. I agree.
Yeah.
Um,
At least Tournament of
I
Power.
just...
At least Tournament of Power. At least that had a decent ending.
Yeah. Trunks is one of my least favorite characters. I hate Trunks. Vegito is one of my favorite characters, and he wasn't as good as he used to be.
He wasn't.
Also, what the fuck was... Oh yeah, by the way, Vegito only lasts for 30 seconds. Or 30 minutes.
I don't.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Because Vegito's whole thing was he was a permanent fusion. That was the cost.
they could have done something else. Like I think what I would do is that since Vegito uses so much power to use, that there could have just been an entire thing where like they just overpowered Vegito, so now there needs to be a cool off thing or something like that. They could have done something like that.
Yeah, like they can only stay in base form
Yeah.
for like a certain amount of time after
Like, they
using too
could've-
much power.
They-
But
they
the
could've-
whole point of Vegito was the fact that he couldn't unfuse.
Yeah.
That was the risk. It was, yeah, you can't unfuse, so you're really like costing yourself your own lives.
or another thing is that because you have to have those earrings in order to stay fused. Like if one of the earrings came off and then you slowly unfuse because of that,
Yeah,
that
but
could
no,
have
they
been,
just rewrote it.
yeah. It's like then you
It's
then
like because in Dragon Ball Z, the whole thing was Super Vegito was this immensely powerful being, but the whole point was they couldn't unfuse,
yeah,
and they unfused because Boo was just that strong. That was to like build Boo up.
yeah.
It wasn't just oh yeah they unfused. If you're gonna give him a 30-minute time limit, just make it Gogeta instead of Vegito because Gogeta already has that time limit.
Well,
That's already
Go
established.
well, Gogeta's canon now, so
Exactly, but they could have made it Gogeta then instead of Vegito, and
yeah,
then made Vegito now.
yeah. I guess they were waiting for the Super movie so that they can make stuff from other movies canon. So it'd be like, it kind of works. We have good movies. We have good movies that you guys like that aren't canon, and now they are canon with an even better movie. But still,
Jesus.
but what you know how strong Vegito is? Vegito is so strong that even as a piece of candy, he was able to kick a main villain's ass.
Yeah, I know, right? By the way, I want you to know, Boo was more powerful than Akai,
Mm-hmm. So that
and yet
why isn't there LR Vegito candy?
there is a Candy Vegito unit.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, it's not LR, but there is one.
They should have made it they should have made it an LR because at least then they'll have a joke LR, but that's actually good.
Yeah, that's true.
They sort of like how they have UR Yamcha in Dokkan, where
Yeah.
his ability is that it makes his attack is 0.
All right. I think we should start wrapping it up here in a second.
All right, so
I think
wow,
we're
that was a
pretty
great
much done.
voice. That was a
That
great
was
voice.
that was
That was
bad.
that was all a great voice crack on my part. Can we go
Yeah.
for a second one so that we can meet the sponsor?
Mm.
But I think one thing I felt like I wanted to mention last time, but we do need a good ending segment, and I think that good ending segment would be answering questions. So if anyone has any questions for us to answer, we'll do it. I feel like now is the time to mention something about it. Bam in the comments because we're on YouTube now. Should have made that announcement at the beginning, but if you were watching us originally on SoundCloud, we're going to be on YouTube now.
Yes. Yeah. By the time this episode is up, we'll have these videos up on YouTube. They're not going to be as highly edited or anything as we originally wanted them to be, but that's
Yeah.
because
Sound,
SoundCloud's hoeing us, basically.
SoundCloud, SoundCloud fucked us in the ass, and we don't know what to. At this time, we really don't know what to do about it. In the future,
We will do something better eventually, but basically, we're just gonna hit up that YouTube.
yeah.
Hit us up on YouTube.
I don't.
There it is.
Yeah, like I'm a person who likes consistently, who likes at least trying to be consistent. There's a difference of just putting shit out whenever, and because I know how some people are. Some people are always like, I get it out when I can get it out, and that's very understandable because of the amount of effort we put in.
But
Those
yeah,
who don't put in that much effort, which I'm not saying we don't put any effort into it, we do try, but it's like if something that we can put out in a week, we want to
yeah.
try to put.
And we always make sure for it to be like the first 3 days of the week: Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Like that's always
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those days is
We
when
want
we upload.
we want one of those 3 days. We don't want to pull off some Max Mofo Pokemon shit where he's like 2 videos a day and then releases a video 5 days later, and then says,
All right. I guess we're going to dip for now. So,
"Yeah,
anything you want to end off on, Sean?
no."
All right. Then